What's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Pooh Shiesty. Now, this Pooh Shiesty situation is getting worse, man. I mean, I don't know what to say about dude, man. It went from worse to worse to worse. He had a glimmer of hope there when the King of Diamonds security guard recanted his statement or whatever, but still, that didn't help Pooh Shiesty's situation. And it looks like he's going to be sitting in jail for a long time until his trial plays out. And this is according to numerous reports that broke yesterday or last night, I should say. And I just got to say, man, Pooh Shiesty's situation is looking bad, and it almost looks like Gucci Mane has moved on, man. Now, there's news that Gucci Mane had signed Hot Boy West. Now, I've been watching Hot Boy West for a while now, and I think he might be Pooh Shiesty's replacement. Now, I don't want to make it seem like there's any type of situation between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane, but with all the news that's coming out, it's looking like Pooh Shiesty might be doing some time. Now, before we get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's get into this story about Pooh Shiesty, man, and how things are getting worse with his case. Now, I'm going to be referencing a story from the Sun Sentinel by way of MSNBC News, and basically the headline says it all. It says, rapper Pooh Shiesty accused of robbing two men at gunpoint in Miami. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, we already knew that. Like, that's nothing new, right? Well, the new developments are the fact that they're going to focus more on that case in order to bring Pooh Shiesty down, pretty much. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it seems on the outside. You know what I mean? It seems like that case seems like what they're going to use. They're going to pivot off that in order to keep Pooh Shiesty in jail and in order to make sure that Pooh Shiesty goes away for a long time, man. Now, the story starts off by saying this. It says, rapper Pooh Shiesty will be held without bond in a federal detention center pending trial on charges he shot and robbed two men outside a Bay Harbor Island hotel in Miami. Now, everybody by now has seen the footage of the Bay Harbor shooting. If you're a Pooh Shiesty fan, or even if you're just clued into what goes on in hip-hop, as far as like the street stuff and all that, man, you definitely have seen that video, and there's numerous news clips. So I'm not going to waste your time by playing the whole news story, but in the video, you can kind of see somebody who looks like Pooh Shiesty, and it looks like, man, they pull out the, and man, things go haywire. I'll say that much. You see one guy limping off the screen. It's a wild situation, right? Now, the story continues, and it says this. It says, that was more than 8 months ago when 21-year-old rapper, whose legal name is Lontrell D. Williams, robbed the victims of marijuana and high-end sneakers during a street purchase, according to the federal complaint against him. The victims survived the shooting. Now, you notice that the story said the federal complaint against him because this has now been taken on by the feds, and as a Fed case, he is in federal holding. So he's looking at Fed time possibly, you know what I mean? So let's make sure we get that right, all right? Okay, now the story continues by saying this. It says, detectives from the FBI and Miami-Dade Police Department who were investigating the October 9th robbery connected Williams to the shooting via the serial number on a $100 bill he left behind. He had posted photos of the exact bill on his Instagram account days before the shooting, the complaint says. Stop right there. So basically, they found a $100 bill on the ground or that was left behind of the alleged robber, right? They have technology so good that they could look at Pooh Shiesty's Instagram account where I'm sure he had a stack of hundreds. You know, Pooh Shiesty loves to do the money spread. There's so many pictures of him doing that. And they were able to key in on one of those bills specifically and find the serial number on the bill and connect Pooh Shiesty to that. Come on, man. They got unlimited resources. It's hard. This is going to be an uphill battle for Pooh Shiesty for sure in this situation, man. Now, this has to make you think of how this is going to affect Pooh Shiesty's career in the long run. Because at the point he got locked up at King of Diamonds in Miami, it seemed like, man, his career was set. It seemed like he was on the right trajectory. He was on the freshman cover. Everything was lined up for him to be successful in the rap game. And now it's looking like he's not even going to get out of jail until after his trial, which could be who knows when. You know what I mean? That's all dependent on what the verdict is in the trial. So it's not looking good at all. But man, let's continue with this story. It says that detectives also identified two men who helped carry out the robbery, 21-year-old Bobby Brown of Memphis, Tennessee, 20-year-old Jaden DeRosa of Pembroke Pines, the complaint says. Williams had been charged and freed on bond in Miami-Dade State Court over the same incident. He was put back in jail on a separate charge after he was accused of shooting a security guard at the King of Diamonds strip club over Memorial Day weekend, the complaint says. He faces state charges in the strip club shooting. So you notice he's not facing any federal charges in the strip club shooting, and we're going to knock on wood for that. But, man, he's still facing state charges. And remember, man, the district attorney or the district attorney's office had said something about trying to take that case to the feds as well, or put that in there as well. The crazy part about it is, if Pooh Shiesty would have just walked out the club and took that L, I know that sounds crazy, he would be free today, getting more than triple whatever, that much money. He would have probably did way more money. $40,000 shows was probably being thrown at him every week with that hot single. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just, man, it's that moment, that one moment of, having it show allegedly having to show off or show people about that life, man, cost him all this money and his freedom. And now he's being held without bond until after the trial. So his best bet is to actually get some type of good plea deal, or to either, man, be found innocent in this. I mean, then he'll be released immediately and he can get back to doing what he does. But who knows how long this trial is going to carry out, man. Now, this is a weird situation, man, because, he's a rapper on the come up and he was super duper hot. But, man, I'm looking to see how hot he stays while he's locked up, man. It's bad, man. Now, the story finishes off by saying this. Miami U.S. Magistrate Judge Edwin G. Torres ordered Williams held without bond in a federal detention center pending trial. And that's all they need to say, man. Pooh Shiesty's going to be locked down until after his trial, man, or pending trial. So, man, I don't know the rules as far as them trying to, appeal this or trying to do something to get that removed, but it does look like his team is starting to prep to move on, man. It looks like Gucci Mane and them are ready to move on because he's already starting to sign more and more artists and move in another direction. But you got to admit, when Gucci Mane revamped 1017 last year with Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano, immediately they came into the rap game and made an impact. All of them. Like, everything got revamped. It seemed like the team was strong. You had Pooh Shiesty doing big things. You had Fujiano doing big things. But now Gucci Mane obviously sees the writing on the wall because he recently signed another rapper by the name of Hot Boy West. And I'm pretty sure we'll be hearing from him in the future, man. We'll be talking about him either album-wise or whatever, right? But I wonder if Pooh Shiesty has the ability to still eat off of what he's done in the rap game while he's locked up. You know what I mean? And how long that'll last for him while he's down. Now, Big 30, his homeboy, has been posting him daily. And it looks like he's still showing his loyalty or whatnot. And it's just one of those situations, especially with street cats. They got people in their clique or even in their crew that go to jail all the time. So this ain't nothing new for them. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm wondering if Pooh Shiesty can make a great impact when he comes back to the rap game. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell. So that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.